That was Jerry. Well, I'm not really happy about it. No. Hopefully Linda recognizes him because I forgot to ask that because he cut his hair and stuff. I guess Linda saw him at the fountains and she said he doesn't look good at all. And I know I called the Quincy police yesterday. I know you just go, Jesus Christ. Well, this is the thing is I don't know if she just doesn't if she's low on gas or I noticed she hasn't been really asking me to go anywhere in a car, which is okay. She might just not feel like driving. Um I think she's losing her truck soon too, but I can probably walk to the train station, but I don't know what time he's going to stay there till. I'd have to spend the night in Quincy. And I didn't sleep all night long. I know, but I'm going to have to do it. I sound like bad that I wouldn't even go out there. I don't know if he still has his phone or he blocked me. Is that considered stalking at this point when he's in that condition? This is why I'm so fucking irate. It's a complete damnation of this police department. Right. It's freedom of speech. I'm not inciting a riot against your cops, but that's fucking terrible. I guess, but I haven't slept all night. I'll end up going out there and fucking outside all night. Jerry's not even around either. He doesn't stay out long. It's already 1:30. She's out with her friend. I look absolutely fucking horrid too. Oh yeah, you thought I was fucking old before? What the fuck, dude? Obviously I can't talk to him like that, but you just go, Brian, what is going on? Why haven't you called me? Jesus Christ. I don't know if you blocked me or what's going on, if you still have your phones. I just called both of those phone numbers and I sent text messages. You've got to stop this. I know. Could you imagine if it wasn't even him? Because just Linda. He would go around her and look pitiful if he thinks that I'm going to hear about it because I think he knows I have Jerry's phone number. He might be looking for Jerry. Remember I said that I thought that Jerry would be there today or tomorrow. Jerry said he couldn't get down there today, but Linda is. I can't tell you where they are. They're not in Quincy. Um, yeah, I don't know if that means Jerry's not going to go down there at all, but he didn't say Tuesday. I think he said Wednesday. Yeah. Those fucking, I think he said he was down. He goes, he was down at the gay church over by the fountains. And she said that he didn't look good. That's right there. I know you just go, are you fucking kidding me, Quincy police? Mother of fucking God. If you picked him up right now, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right? And he'd be allowed to call me? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, he wouldn't just be doing that. I explained it to you. He wouldn't just fucking be doing that. No. Why wouldn't he why would he all of a sudden stop talking to me on Thursday night and not show up for his fucking appointments? Maybe someone stole his fucking phones. Is that possible? He doesn't even have a fucking phone. He wouldn't know what to do in that condition but to just fucking sit at the fountains. That's generally what he does. Yeah, like if you saw, and I'm not saying this to belittle Brian in any way, but if you saw his life, yeah, you just go, he needs to be back with his fucking wife. That's why they made sure I knew, because I think that they knew that I was worried. I don't think it, no, I don't think it would be, I know I'm like going to cry. I don't think it would be outrageous to be worried he'd be cheating on me. I find him to be extremely hot, and he was like all cleaned up too. I like the long hair though. I did. I was like, I would be almost happy about it if he was looked bad. I hope they're not making it up, so I'll go out there looking for him. I didn't sleep all night, and yeah, man, it's fucking cold outside. Yeah. But I mean, could you imagine me being that much of a fucking asshole that I go, well, I guess I'll go out there tomorrow? I could, because I have to be in court on Thursday in Dedham. Yeah. Oh, no, no, if I know about it, I show up. Yeah, if I know about it, it's the God's honest truth, the interesting story, because the judge told the whole court that he believed me because it was true. I'm on a world wide web, and I'm homeless, and I'm all over the place, and you don't get meal. I don't think she sent this is the thing, I'm telling you, this is what happened. It was supposed to be pretrial probation that I satisfied, so the case would be dismissed, and when it went to probation after the weeks of going to therapy and stuff and complying, and just so the judge knows, never once violating my stay away order to the MBTA in the whole time of 2023. Um, they gave the thing, and I remember the woman goes, "Well, that's weird. The judge didn't sign it." And you would think that I would say something, but I didn't. And I saw the talk to the lawyer, talk to my probation officer. Nothing was ever said in court about another court date. And then lo and behold, they shut off my money in October because there was a court date. I was never told, and it was never discussed in court. I am not kidding you. They probably had to explain to that lawyer that she had to stop working. The one I have now seems good, but she needs to ask for my cases to be dismissed because the length of time, at least. I'm not a lawyer. Never say that. Never tell them. I'm just suggesting it for on one thing. It seemed like the state was like, you just want one of these charges dismissed? Okay. You get it? Like, are you gonna like tell us to dismiss all of these cases? One of them is 5 years old. It's assault and battery. I know because I looked it up. I don't even think you're supposed to be able to keep doing this to me. There's a statute of limitations on it. Does it go by when they first started doing this with me? Probably. Because you go, it happened, it was in October of 2019. It's October of 2024. It's not dismissed the case. No, no other nothing, not a parking ticket, nothing. Oh my good lord. And then the other one is January of 2021. So that was quite a while ago, too. That's almost 4 years ago. It was all during COVID. Yes. I know you just go, oh my fucking God. But it's not that bothersome to me as long as they don't put me in the tank again. Yeah, and I would like my stay away order to the MBTA to be lifted because I got one of those fare cards for the reduced thing, and I got one. I told Brian how to do it. He did it himself. He's not incompetent. Um, he can't stop drinking when he starts drinking. Okay. She said he was a mess. Does that mean he's still in the same clothes? They're probably trying to get me to go down there. That's probably because Jerry's like, you got to go down there. He can't call me. I don't think Linda even has a phone. So I go, did she tell him to call me? Well, because I guess I shouldn't think of it this way. Yeah, because the way that I thought it went, he's done with me because I told him to leave. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And he completely flipped out. And then he wouldn't like say he wanted to stay with me at the train. And then he was down there getting blankets and shit, and he wouldn't go back to this train right here. He wouldn't go back to the train. I would have met him right there, and then we would have figured out where we were going to live until we had court. The reason the airline flight is on the 22nd is both of us wanted to go to court. Yeah, we're not skipping out on courts. We both agreed on that. I don't think he's ever missed a court date as far as I know, but just so his judge knows. Yeah, he's like, I really want to settle my court stuff. Right. It's like, I don't know. Mine's got $500 and I got $250 on a bill for him. I will say this. He's never asked me to get a bank card for him on my bank account, our bank account. He's never done that. Once he was sort of like wicked mean and snippy, like I told you at the church, until I took money out for marijuana, but it's like $15, $18 a pop, and that's like once a week. If a doctor is saying he's supposed to keep taking it. That could be why the phone, um, he might have had it shut off or something. Hopefully he'll listen to the phone and get the message. That's what I'm hoping. Um, I don't know. that's how he doesn't want to stop drinking right now. He's going to have to go in the 3 thing that the cops do. If he doesn't want to go to a hospital for 3 days, or everyone's concerned that there'll be a problem, and then they go, he's got to stay here for 90 days. I got to do what's best for him. That's the whole point. Right? Because if he just, yeah, you just go, I don't know, unless maybe think about it when we get to Florida. Right. This is the problem. He missed his appointment with this provider. Right. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that I can. My therapist did not make another appointment for me, too. I don't know if she knows that, but it's a patient portal. It's difficult when he won't answer the phone unless he doesn't have it anymore. So. The phone with internet, if you can see these live streams, if he wanted to, that means he can see them too. I would be rip roaring pissed if I showed up there and that wasn't even him sitting there, like Linda said. No, it's like some people do that unless she talked to him and she knows for sure it's him. Right. The gay church, it was just weird. He said it like that. Like, I thought he was going to tell me he was with someone. It was like the way he was talking. Yeah, just, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but you go, how could someone in that condition be deciding if he wants to stay married or not? I don't think that's plausible. And like I said, he may have it in his head if he's done something that there's no way he can go back with me. You're not going to know that until you call your wife. Just what the fuck, dude? Yeah, I know. I'm going to refrain from talking like that, but you just go. I feel like I could have God screaming in his fucking head right now. You need to call Mary. Call Mary. Call Mary. Go into the fucking library, right? And ask Vaughn if you can use the phone to call me. If you lost your phone, he doesn't know the fucking number. Vaughn can call an ambulance. Yeah. I guess we have to trust. Didn't he go on July 3rd? There you go. He went on July 3rd. They didn't keep him there. Right. They didn't keep him there. Because Jerry said that too about court. Today's what, Tuesday? Right. It's almost like this. You don't want to lie to the judge, but how is he going to know that you were even drinking unless he asked you that? Yeah, like it's only been a week. He definitely should be able to handle being in a tank for 3 days. Yeah, definitely. Um, is he not in bad enough condition, or you now make a judgment on the police, especially since I called them last night? I myself, I would definitely do a judgment on the police because I called them last night and they know Brian Buchanan and they can see him himself, so they know it's a problem because he's not with his wife. And not only is he not with his wife, she's calling you like they didn't break up. And then he's in Quincy Center looking like that. He called an ambulance for Linda once, but she didn't want to get into it. Yeah, they have a criteria. He calls it for himself. It's like, you did it on July 3rd, babe. Just do it. Even if it's one night, you went to the hospital, right? What's the 3 days for? Have you been drinking? Why would you look like Linda said you look like a mess? Why would you look like a mess if you haven't been drinking? You missed your provider appointment. I hope you know that that's not good. But maybe, yeah, like it's, hi, okay. Are you done? Are you done now? Like, what do you think? Is he sitting there waiting for me? Is that what he's doing? He's doing one of those because I've been sitting here waiting. Maybe. Um, I don't know. It depends on his mood. Are you done? I went a whole year and then drank one night and never drank again because I went, this is why I don't drink. I was like repeatedly raped and wicked promiscuous. And then as soon as those thoughts started coming in my head, just it was probably God, just something, some chicks like, should we go to the hotel with them? And I just turned to her and said no. And I never drank again. Yeah, I was just like, that could have been extremely bad. And it was like something I'd never done before in my life. That's yeah, you just go to a hotel with a bunch of strangers. Yeah, get raped, multi gang bangs. No thanks. That's the well, I shouldn't say I never drank again until the summer of 2023. I sat in a room. I went to Quincy Center a couple times because I thought I could trust those people. And then I found out people I can't trust. And then I was like wobbling back on the oh no. No, the stay away order was lifted. The stay away order was lifted for a period of time. That's right, because it was right when I went as soon as it got lifted, I went right to Quincy and grabbed Brian and took him to Plymouth. That's exactly what happened. He needs to lift the stay away order. Brian, I can't ride the train and it's a World Wide Web. Right, you gotta call me. And then I'll have to we'll have to decide if I sleep first and oh shit, I gotta do laundry too. Pack a bag and go down there at least for the night. We got to figure out what to do if you can't just be with me without using. If you have to go into a thing for 3 days, what's going to be the verdict on that? Um, I think it's probably a better idea to talk about what happened on Tuesday after he goes somewhere or while he's in there. It's I'm not afraid of him, but that way we won't have any fights. They probably let me drive in the ambulance with you because I'm your wife. Okay. Um, on July 3rd, you called an ambulance for yourself, and then you were allowed to talk to me from the hospital. I'm sure Candy would probably drive me to a hospital if you're at one. I suggested, but I don't know how they work it here. I don't want to get people angry. If he could get on the train and call it from the train station, they might be like, "What are you doing?" I don't know if they say, "What are you doing here?" when you're calling for an ambulance. They have hospitals around here, Brian. Right, and then it would be a whole different assessment on that hospital, whatnot. And then can I walk to it? That would be more convenient for my sister to drive me there. Are they allowed to have visitors on a 3-day hold? They might not be able to. Yeah. But I would know where he was. I know. Is he still going? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not dangerous and I'm not a danger to myself. That sometimes, but the way that things are right now, I guess I can understand it. But you go, babe, okay. That's why you need to be admitted and talk to them. You have to trust me because I've done it. I'm going to explain it to you. You can't, that's called paranoid thinking. Even though the TV is telling you things, we couldn't get Tommy to go to a hospital, babe. And then I found him on the bathroom floor. Okay. And the way that my mother is, it's sad. In 2016, it was a self harm, and I signed the voluntary. That's why I was there for a week. Okay. Some people don't even get 24 hours. It's all up to you. Go to the thing. He'll tell me that later. If am I sounding like I'm talking to a retard? Because you never told me you ever went ever on a psych thing that I know about. You always told me it was to detox. Okay. So you need to stop doing that. And if you need your wife to talk to them, I can do that. Right. You just say, you could either say, can my wife talk to you if she comes here? Okay. Or you could say, I usually come here because I'm drinking, but my wife thinks I need a psych eval. And then they're not going to laugh in your face, but internally. You need to be honest of the things that you recall about from Tuesday on to what you've been doing. Yeah, because I don't know what you've been doing since you left here. I just have that. And it's not to have your court sectioned. No, it's not to have your court sectioned. So you need to relax. That's called threats so that you feel to take the option that's going to not have you in a clink. Like, like tough love. Um, the things that I observed, if he doesn't remember it, he needs to be honest and tell them that. Okay. I don't know if they care in terms of his danger level, but I don't know. I've never been through this, but he calmed right down because I didn't overreact to it too. Right. Some of it could be because he saw my sister or whatever, but I don't, he's never been violent with me. No, I explained that. And I contributed to it escalating to that point. So I need to like really focus on not doing that and understanding if something's going on. I know he was supposed to be being screened for bipolar. Okay. That would be great if he ever just walked over to Man at Health and wanted to reschedule an appointment because I don't want to just rely on that, but it would show us the complete incompetence. I've sent my therapist 2 messages. I'm obviously like concerned. Okay. I tried to get Jen to help me. Jerry's the only person I have a phone number for. What about Casey? She doesn't usually go outside. I don't know if she's gonna. Yeah, sometimes Casey is like a ugh. No, I like her, but like I don't know how to explain it. Just I don't want to keep contacting her just about Brian because she's a friend of mine, and I know lately I'm always caught up in that. So I never thought we'd be separated. No, this has been terrible. Does he have any way of knowing that I can't sleep? Okay. I wish that I had mentioned it to Jerry and then maybe Linda would have yelled it at him. Can you call your wife so she can sleep? Like, yeah, not to be mean, but if you've seen her on a live stream, she doesn't look too good. And she said she's only sleeping every other night. Did you have your phone? Is it working? I don't know. Where's all these people that secretly watch my live stream and don't tell anybody? Jerry has my phone number. So does Jen. Don't let her fool you. And my friend Casey has it. I don't know if you know her. She lives at the shelter. I haven't heard from her since she went to Duxbury. I hope she's okay. She went on her nights out. Obviously, I'm going to have to give Candy this information when she's back. Obviously, I miss him. It's like little things, too. Something was it last night? I don't know, just something triggered a memory and I had to like completely take it out of my head because you don't even want to know. Just not like in the best of ways. That's all. When I lost my children, um, I don't know, obviously, if you've ever had something like that happen to you, I had to forcibly, like, I literally said goodbye to all of my memories of my children because otherwise I'd be in an institution on lithium. That's the only way I could cope with it. I spent months just not being able to sleep and crying in a bed and stuff, and just I can't even think about them. It's so grief. I can't even have them in my head. I'm not like that with Brian, and I think it's because I'm like, hoping we get back together. Um, but there was like a memory of something. It was like the door opened or something. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. I went to open the door at night and it totally triggered it because he's usually sleeping right there. And I have to like carefully go around him. And I just almost broke down and I had to like take it out of my head. So, and the pillows smell like him because I've been using his pillows. That's probably, well, I don't like older men, but that's why I didn't marry an older man. I shouldn't have to go through that, Brian Buchanan. The hell? I don't know. I'm wondering if someone stole his phones or he sold them. Because that's a long time and he was in contact with me. Yeah, I bet you someone stole his phones. That's what I'm thinking. I knew it didn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's way too many days because I was like, did he just get out of jail? Because that's even more fucking damning because I called them last night. So I hope he didn't sell his phones or smash his phone or someone stole it because how the fuck else are you going to call me? He doesn't know my number by heart. I don't know his number by heart. Anyways, it's 2:00. I got to make a decision soon about what I'm doing. This isn't a good sign. They went to Hobby Lobby, and she told me she doesn't go there on purpose because she have a shopping problem. I would have loved to have gone, but I didn't sleep and my head hurt at the time. So maybe that was God going. Yeah, I could see how long they've been gone. I would just be a bother to their fun time because I didn't sleep. But that is something I would like to do. I've never been to a Hobby Lobby, but they've been gone for a while. Yeah. Come on, Brian Buchanan. What the fuck? That better be him, Linda. That better be him. Yeah, that better be him, and you didn't mistake him for someone else. I know. I should have said, did she talk to him? She goes, he is a mess. I could hear her in the background. Tell him to call his wife. Like, what the fuck, dude? And I know, did she talk to him? Can he talk? Is he, I know, because you go, what is going on? That the police are always around there, too. Oh, yeah, let me tweet them. Should I tweet them? I don't want to get fucking harassed by the Quincy police, especially if I'm going in there. They'll suddenly now stop pretending they can't see me. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Just say in Quincy. Like Scott hasn't told him to call me? What's the other thing I want to say? I know I look weird when I'm typing. Sorry to make noises sometimes. I found it out because I used to wear headphones all the time. Whoops. Like I start actually talking when I'm typing. I've noticed I'm doing it a lot. Once I realized I was doing it, I started kind of like controlling doing it. Um, I'm putting that I called them last night. The emergency people. No, this is the Quincy police. I have to, even though I said I would never do that. This is to ask him if he can call his wife. They know I don't drive, right? And I'm supposed to have a stay away order to the entire MBTA, right? I doubt I'd go to jail. The judge would probably, they don't even ask me. They don't even ask me. I would just explain it. I go, yeah, we were here. I don't lie about it. We were here, and then we had this happen, and then I had to go into Quincy to get my husband. So That was the only way I could do it. I'll check the schedule. I can't really do that unless we're going to sleep in Mansfield. I can't really do that. Yeah. I know I'm staring at this and I have a live stream on. Weirdo. Okay, there we go. Man, I am tired. Is he sitting there on his phone? I kind of doubt it. I think he would have called me if he had his phone. I hear doors. I really think he would have called me if he had his phone. Something must have happened to his phone. Some people might say that they might go, he doesn't want to talk to you. Okay, really? If it comes to that, I don't know. Some people saying just let him stay like that and then pick him up and bring him to court like that and explain to the court what happened. But I don't. That doesn't that make me look bad as a caregiver? That's what I'm afraid of. I don't know what the correct thing is in terms of he like if he has his phone and he's refusing to call me. Yeah, I would say that. Hopefully, we'll get the cops to put him in the thing for 3 days, and then he'll call me, right? They can have visitors in the jail, right? Yeah. She'll drive me and drop me off in Quincy, I'm sure. The Quincy police station. I can't care if he's mad. Don't worry about that. He's definitely not dangerous to me. I don't care if he's mad. I already left messages on his phone, and if his phone was off and then on, he probably got it unless he blocked me or his phone is someone else is using his phone just to use the internet and shit. Someone might have stole it. Okay. He frequently leaves his phone plugged in other places, so um, I don't know if they blocked my number. Say someone stole it, and because I wasn't sending a million stuff, but say someone stole it, I'll probably once I see Brian, I'll just leave voice messages and text messages that um, if there's a way to track the phone, they're going to be reported because you stole a homeless man's phone. Okay. He can't sell his telephone. Nope, he's a homeless man and he can't sell his telephone. He has to have that to call his wife and to call an ambulance for himself. No one's allowed to borrow Brian Buchanan's phones. Nope, I don't care what he tells you. I think he would contact his wife and go, "We're getting a divorce," and then I wouldn't say another thing about what he does with his phones. How's that? Why does he look like bad, as Linda said? So that means whoever he's with, again, no. Okay, so I would assume he left more messages for Denise. Okay, so hopefully she's ignoring them. Okay, that's the right thing to do. It really is. Just to trust me. Okay. I hope she didn't get mad, but it would if she thought to answer his calls. That's something in her psychology, as I explained. It would appear so weird. I don't care about the surgery. Like no one from your family even called my phone back or Brian. Right? It would appear so weird, but it would make sense given the history. Like you're punishing him for getting married, so you won't talk to him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like an abuser would. So that would be freaky if all of a sudden you took his call. I don't care about the surgery. It's been like what, 3 months? Okay. I called her telephone. I even went to Facebook. I told Brian he wasn't even mad. I even went to Facebook, like his cousin or something, and when he was out running around. I know I said I wasn't going to call the police, but I left a message and told him. So if he's, that's what I'm saying. I know you just go, whoa, you did it. You called them and you told Brian you called them. Okay, maybe not take the train in there. Okay. Let him call you from the jail. Yeah. Come on, Scott. What the hell? I don't know what it requires other than his whatever he tells you about where I am and why he's in Quincy and what is going on. I mean, you don't look too good. Like, where's Mary? That's assuming that Scott even knows who Brian Buchanan is anymore. Uh, Brian will go. Have you seen Mary? My wife, Mary? Not in a while. Did you call Dedham House? She's probably in lockup. I actually did call Dedham House. Was that yesterday? I don't think I called Nashua Street, did I? Well, according to Linda, he's not there. He's in Quincy Center. I don't know if he's in the same clothes. I hope to God not because it's been freezing. Right. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not afraid of him physically. I'm just like, okay, so I'm sure he's probably going to have something to say about making him leave. I understand it because obviously I've gone through all that too because my sister closed the door behind her and goes, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" I guess if I knew this was going to happen, I might not. Yeah, I guess if I knew all this was going to happen and I saw how calm he was, I would have went, "No, I guess I don't, but we probably need to leave because I don't want to cause you any problems." Because we were planning on leaving on Thursday anyway. Yeah, like just in case, just to. And then it got wicked cold, remember? Hopefully he forgives me. It doesn't mean he'll forgive me because he did fucked up shit too. In your life, in a relationship, just so everybody knows this, because I'm going to talk about, as much as it's like I could like totally love someone and like think in my mind that everything is clicking and we can work it out. If the other person just doesn't want to do it, you have to accept that. Right. It's just, well, if he lost his phone, that would be why he didn't say, "I don't want anything to do with you." I don't know. Can't even think about what to do about a divorce. I don't even want to hear about it. But I decided in my mind, and I've been like peaceful ever since I left there. And I just don't want to. Right. In the same clothes, the way that Linda described, I'd find that hard to believe. Right. But what are you going to argue with the dude? I guess then I'd probably have to go to court because that would be the right thing to do for Brian because in his sober time he's scared to death to end up like that. So if you were to ask me personally, if I go there and he's saying that's how he wants to live and stuff, that's not Brian. No, that's not Brian. No. So I would have to go to the court on the 21st to find out what you're supposed to do unless the police know what you're supposed to do. Right. So you could have someone, right, that you have them sections like that and they'll never talk to you again, but it was the right thing to do. So you have to be willing to do that. Right. You just go, you can only make so many promises that you're never going to do it. And then you have to do it. But no, don't expect them to change their mind. Like, even though it was the right thing to do, to them, it's a betrayal and they can never trust you again. Yeah. So starting to get cramps again. I thought I was getting cramps the other day and I was like, what is going on? I feel like I have cramps. And then it ended up, I figured I did a couple of thoughts. I thought it was that, but now I feel like I'm having cramps again. No, if I was like 40, I'd go, oh my God, I must be fucking pregnant. I had my tubes tied and I'm 53. So you, I don't think at 53, if that's what I said, if I was like 45 and I didn't have my tubes tied and I missed 2 periods, I'm pregnant. Yeah, absolutely. I had 6 of them. I had 5 pregnancies, so I know. I'm wicked regular until I started getting premenopausal. Yeah. Like, you could bake cookies to my schedule. So as soon as I missed a period, I was like, and I get sick real quick, and I get wicked sick. So, anyways, especially with the twins, I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't stop throwing up. Terrible. But yeah, if I was 45, because I just started missing periods, like, I think the first time I noticed it was 2 years ago. And I had been sleeping outside, and I went like 2 or 3 months without one. And I figured it was from the stress of sleeping outside. Because as soon as I went into the house in Hyde Park, I started getting it every month for like a year and a half, and then it started skipping again. I had it right before the wedding. Yeah. You're not menopausal till you go a whole year without one. That's what I've been told. No, I had them. I had my tubes tied when I had my twins. But I guess you can get cramps without a period. Just, I don't know. I think I'm really kind of like, I don't have any real emotions about it. It's been so long since I had my children. And some of it's my life is so stressful, but I could see that being a wicked emotional time for some women. Um, Especially if you didn't have any children, or you had like 2 boys, right? Like you get that, maybe I should have had one or something. It must be a very emotional time. I wouldn't beat yourself up like that. You're just doing that thing probably. You would have had him probably if you wanted him. You know how that goes. Your hair's got to be curly, but it's got to be straight, right? Just, that's what I say about children for sure. Like if you're like 37 and you go, like someone like Brian, you go, no, he doesn't want children. You go, babe, you would have children. But fucked up people have children all the time. I mean, kudos to you that you didn't do that, but I like my children. Yeah, I'm really not big on children. No, I'm not a children lover, but I don't hate them. But as an adult, they don't got to be around me really. Is he out of cigarettes? He took all the tobacco. I've spent 60. Can you imagine? I already thought about it today. She doesn't want to drive me somewhere. I don't know if I specifically asked her. I shouldn't say that. And I can walk to it. I found out it's right where the train station is. Yeah, because $60. Wait till he finds out I spent $60 on cigarettes. He's gonna go. You can never say a effing word about anything again. 60 fucking dollars out of the house account? Are you fucking insane? Maybe don't say you insane after all those text messages, but he definitely would have a right to say something about that. Absolutely. That's a house account. He absolutely would have a right to be angry. Yes. Maybe not like flipping out, but he would go, okay, you have to stop. Yeah, you have to stop that right now with these fucking $15 pack cigarettes. You should have just walked your ass to the tobacco store the first day you realized she wasn't offering to drive you. Yeah, because I'm not good about asking for things, and he does. Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't even think it's 3 miles. I would expect him to say that. He has every right to say that. It's a house account. I was not going to give him money because I knew what he was doing. I don't even want him to have that card in his hand. I'm not telling people what his payday is. I think he should give me the card. Yep. If he's not going to leave with me right now, I don't think he should have that card. I'm not going to take it from him. I mean, I would have been, I guess, a psycho had I took it out of my purse. I'm supposed to hold it. I would have been somewhat a psycho had I kept that card. Right? He knows I'm not a psycho. He knows I'm not vengeful, but he's not supposed to have money. That would be a reason I'd asked Allison to shut the money off. Okay, Brian, just so you know. Since we're obviously back together, since you're sitting in Quincy Center like that, just like I said, He already agreed to that. That's what he'd say. He'd go, I already agreed to that. Why are you still talking about it? It's on my live stream. You're not even here to interrupt me. Right. He'd be like, right, I don't even hold the card. So $60 for fucking cigarettes? I'm surprised I didn't get a message from Linda. I'm never talking to her. And yeah, stop buying fucking $15 cigarettes. It's Christ. He's probably like, I can't have $200 of my money, but you spent $60 on fucking cigarettes. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had been sleeping, Brian Buchanan, I would have just walked right to the thing. Every day, of course, I'm saying I'm going to quit. Yep. I think, yeah, this is the other thing. I spent all my laundry money on cigarettes. It's like $60 total. I think I bought 3 packs. I know, $15 a pack, as opposed to $20 for this huge bag. And the huge bag of tobacco will last forever, and it's $5 each thing for the tubes. That's $30. That's not even $60. Yeah, that's fucking insane. I apologize. I just don't want to smoke the regular cigarettes. I guess there's some cigarette that's only $7. Candy was telling me because her friends smoke. And I go, I can't smoke regular cigarettes. I'm sorry. I know it's crazy, but I don't want all those chemicals. Oh, yeah, I get wicked shaky. And I'm probably shaky from this crap, too. I get wicked shaky and like lightheaded and shit. Yeah. Well, yeah, like it's weird because I remember I was joking that that's what I would want to hear, but I actually got sad, right? Because I feel like a failure as a wife right now, but I'm gonna have to take action about it. It sucks because I don't have my own place, and it wouldn't even happen if I had my own place. I explained that. Whoa. Oh, hello. I'm good. How are you? I do.